blood dripping onto my laptop, let me know, and I'll have somebody else take this over. Is there a team leader? I mean, I'm not even joking. Is there a team leader on the call that can take it over if I have to jump off?
No, but I can get one.
If not, you can. I think, Lim is going to basically walk through everything. So if I have to jump off, I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
All right. And we have Everett for a quick mortgage update. Everett, do you want to let us know what's going on in the mortgage world?
Absolutely. So pretty much things have been staying pretty standstill for right now in terms of rates and program update wise. The biggest thing that we're seeing is that the applications are rising. And obviously with the lack of inventory, the one thing that you guys have heard me say in the past, and I think you guys should take advantage of as well, especially if you're working with buyers, is what we call the TBD program, or to be determined. So basically what that is once you have a client, we go through the entire mortgage process, even without an accepted offer in hand. So it takes the pre-approval one step further. So they're going to sign mortgage disclosures, go through processing, and go through underwriting, and get a loan approval based on credit, income, and assets. That way, when you're presenting your offer, not only will you have a pre-approval, but you'll have the underwriter's loan approval. So that'll make the offer 10 times stronger. We have the ability to close within 2 to 3 weeks following that, because all we need at that point is an appraisal, if we even need one, because we've been getting appraisal waivers more often recently, as well as title work. So it's only in your best interest as well as your client's best interest. And the best part is it's absolutely free. There is no charge for it, because the only two things that a client ever pays for outside of closing is an appraisal and title work and homeowners insurance, I should say. And since they don't have an accepted offer, they don't have to pay for any of that until they get an accepted offer. Anyone have any kind of questions on that, or anything mortgage related? Don't be shy.
Let's see. Someone was asking about what the rates are, up or
rates?
down.
Yeah, rates, they're still ridiculously low. I just locked somebody in with 700 credit score for a condo at 3% flat, which is pretty ridiculous. I did have to charge half a point, but that's still ridiculous, because without, if he had 740 credit, I could have got him that 3% without any points. So we're pretty much at these all-time lows, and we really foresee them staying for this for the next couple of weeks. So that's another thing too, that when you're dealing with your sellers, that the buyers are out there. They're out there in droves, as you guys can see. It's just that the lack of inventory is making the offers so hard to get right now. So that's something that you can do too, to give your sellers a kick in the butt too, because not only are the values of the homes staying flat and even rising in some cases, that once there's a house out there that doesn't need work and it's a good house and priced correctly, they're going to have multiple offers probably within a day or two. So that's something to put in their minds as well. And I see too, I see in the chat from Lourdes, if we can lock a rate with the TBD approval. Unfortunately, no. New Jersey doesn't allow for a application to be locked without a street address, because that lock is tied into the street address. So in the street address, we have TBD. So once we change it from TBD to 123 ABC Street, once they get an accepted offer, that basically null and voids it. So that's, I guess, if there's one fallback or drawback to the TBD, is that you can't lock in the rate.
Everett, hi, Diana Ivanov. How are you?
Hey, Diana, I'm good. How are you doing?
Great, thank you. Just to everybody, I don't have a question about the TBD program. We've used it in the past. It has been a lifesaver. Being able to go in, especially now with low inventory and a lot of multiple offers, being able to say that we have, they're basically through underwriting, puts you in a much better position. We love that program, so thank you.
Awesome, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, and legitimately right now with where turn times are, from start to finish, we can get that approval within a week. So you send a buyer today, by next Wednesday, the latest, we would have that loan approval. That way, when you're presenting your offers, like I said, you're going to have that underwriter's loan approval there as well.
What's the turnaround time, Everett, I have some people saying, oh, well, we're really, they're getting longer to get done on a buyer that's picking their own mortgage broker. I've had some deals really take way too long. What are you finding turnaround time is?
Yeah, well, right now, a couple months ago, once this first started where everyone was working remotely, it was kind of the perfect storm because everyone was getting used to working remotely. We had that influx of volume from the refinance wave that we had. So that's when turn times did suffer across the board, industry-wide. But right now, we're locking everything in at 30 days because we're confident that we're going to close within 30 days. Even I actually had a buyer that had a loan approval. They had an accepted offer. They didn't take advantage of TBD, but they had an accepted offer. I put them in for disclosure Thursday morning. They signed disclosures Thursday afternoon. Monday morning, we got the underwriter's loan approval. So we're moving ridiculously fast on at least a Bond Street mortgage.
Last question. FHA, is that gone? Are we
Nope,
doing an FHA?
Nope, FHA is back, and thankfully rates are in the 3% range, even a little bit lower in certain situations. So where you might have heard me last month saying that, yeah, FHA is getting harder, especially rate-wise. It's back in a vengeance. So definitely if you have buyers that still have to take advantage of FHA, don't think that they're a couple months out. The only thing that you should put into your mind is that the credit score is still going to have to be at least the 640. So that's something that we do foresee staying until, I mean, who knows, at least the end of the year, if not into early part next year, that we see these credit restrictions staying in place.
All right, great. Thanks, Everett. I see
Absolutely.
Lim, who's our expert on today. She's shooting daggers at you. You were supposed to be doing the mortgage minute, and it turned into the mortgage 10 minutes. So you're taking.
I can't help it, but I am sorry. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
No problem. After I ask Lim a couple questions, if this nosebleed keeps going on, I'll just turn off my camera so I don't gross everybody out. But basically, everyone, this session is going to be about, doing business in the virtual world. Lim is going to be our expert, where she's going to, I'll ask her to tell a little bit about herself. But I know a lot of you from BCP are also doing some cool stuff in that space. So if you are, let us know maybe in the chat so we can unmute you. Anyone who's also doing virtual showings, virtual open houses may have better questions than I do, and we want to make this interactive. So just let us know if you're doing that, and we'll unmute you. So today we have Lim. Lim, how do you pronounce your last name?
Bances.
Bances. Welcome, Lynn. How are you?
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for agreeing to come on and teach us some stuff today. I guess, can we start just telling us a little bit about yourself? How long you've been in real estate, how you got into real estate?
Yes. So, well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it because what you're doing, you and Michael, is amazing. You're showing up for your people. And one of the things that Gary says that when the shift happens, the relationship that we create with the clients is number one. So it's not only for our clients, it's also for the leaders, because what you're doing for your people is amazing. The same as Michael Brand, my mentor. So thank you so much. And I just want to share my story.
We're doing it a lot better than Michael Brand, Lim, just for the record, but.
No, believe me. I mean, I have a realtor from another company that they want to come on board in my team. They're not doing what you guys are doing. So you guys are amazing. Thank you. So it's super important that I share my story. Why? Because after you hear my story, you're going to be like, wow, if she could do it, anybody could do it, honestly. And I've been in the business for 4 years, and I started doing auctions. For me, investing and creating a legacy with my husband was something huge. So that's how we start buying properties from auction. And it was a little bit challenging because, at the auctions, it's a man's world. You don't see a lady there. But for me, it was exciting. Buying one property, a second property. But one day I heard one of the men, he said, listen, this is my territory. You're not allowed to buy in Union County. And, I was super sarcastic because if I showed him that was going to be a scare, he was not going to let me buy the following week, the next Wednesday. So I tell, listen, if this is your territory, I don't see your name. You should talk to the sheriff department and tell them, listen, put my name because this is your territory. So I didn't show that I was scared, but when I got to my car, I was like, oh my God, is this really happening? What's gonna happen if something happened to me? But I was not afraid. I just kept going. I went next Wednesday to bid on a house. I bought one property for me and two for my clients. And at the end, he has to apologize. But we make so many mistakes in this business, but we cannot be scared. We just have to take action right away. But one of the things that Gary Keller says, those who control the listings control the market. So right now, 80% of our business are listings, thanks God, because I think God is guiding me through all this process. And once we see that the foreclosures were going super high at the auctions, we started following foreclosures with the help of my mentor. So we do have an amazing system. It's an amazing dialer. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about Mojo. It's an amazing system, and I have all my team using that system. So the first time that I used to call, I got 8 appointments. With that, I got 5 listing appointments. Why? It was a challenge for me because of my language barrier. In the beginning of my career, I couldn't speak English. It was super tough for me. And believe it or not, for me to pass the real estate exam, it was super hard. It was super hard. But I just keep pushing and keep trying. And God helped me through all the process. So one of the things that Gary says, in order for you to be successful in this business, you have to leverage. So 3 months after I got my license, I hired my first assistant. I didn't know how to, I was not computer savvy. I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't learn how to put a listing on the MLS. So that's why I decided to hire her. And being a good, doing some things, doing leveraging, it was a great thing for me. So I could focus on the things that I'm good at. So, because what I was good at, I was getting listings, getting appointments. And for me, it was great. So one day I saw a video from my father, and he said, quote, "I've been underestimated a lot in my life, but I want people to succeed." And that really hit me so hard because I felt the connection right away with my team, because I see that in the beginning of my career and through all my life, I've been bullied a lot. I've been having a lot of rejection. And so some people told me that I was gonna quit within a year because they didn't think that I was gonna make it happen. So it was okay. But I was gonna try to create an environment for my team. They could feel good and they will never, ever leave the team. So that's what we're doing right now. We're creating something big. So that's why I talked to my assistant, Michelle, by now is my general manager. I told her, listen, we need to create a team of 20 people with 5 assistants. I don't know how I'm gonna make it happen, but we're gonna do it. And she just laughed because she didn't wanna make me feel bad. And she said, okay, let's do it. I'm here for you. And this is the good thing about this business, that God is putting me with people in my right path, in my path. So after that, go ahead.
I said that's great. Is she on the call? Are any of your partners or team members on the call?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, they're on the call. And you as a leader, I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. You don't want to fail as a leader. We usually wake up every morning to see what is it that we're going to do different for our team. What is it that my main focus is for them to be successful. And honestly, I'm great at passive income because I've done everything. I've done auction, I do passive income. And we're gonna talk about that because right now we're in this business. Why? Because first we need to help ourselves. We need to start creating our passive income. There is so many opportunities here that people, they don't take advantage because they don't see the opportunity. That's what I tell my team members. If you don't see the opportunities, I'm here to help you out. So I feel that if I'm gonna fail as a leader, what is it that I have to do to be a good leader, not to fail as a leader? So right now we have 18 members that they're doing passive income and they're investing, which is amazing, right? Being in this business for only 4 years and start helping other people is great. But you as a leader, you already know what the responsibility we have with our agents. So the second thing that Gary say is, in order to have a successful business, you have to duplicate. So I was doing amazing at Union County because that's my area. I have most of my rentals in Union County. But I thought, if I could do this in every single county, and I had a meeting with Chris Suarez 2 weeks ago, an amazing guy, an amazing human being. I mean, I think he gave me 30 minutes of his time. I was super grateful for that. And he told me, if you want to expand, you're doing it the right way. Why? Because you have to cover an area, you have to cover a county, and then cover all the counties in the state. So that's what we're doing. So now I figured out, I saw an opportunity to start creating a leader per county, and those leaders, they could bring their own people. So Gary say, think big, always think big. So right now we have, I think, 30 agents with 10 assistants, which is great, which is amazing. But I think God is guiding me through this path, because I do have a vision and a mission in this life. This is an amazing, because if I could talk about real estate all day, I could do it. This is my passion. So persistent rejection, getting uncomfortable.
You could talk about
for
it
me,
all day then.
I'm sorry?
I said I get the sense you could talk about real estate all day for sure. But you have a great story to tell, and it's really inspiring.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you so much.
I definitely would love to hear more about your team and your business, but
Yes.
I definitely build this. I asked Michael Brand who's the absolute best in this region at virtual open houses, virtual tours, and I promised folks we would get right to that. So
Yes.
do you want to talk about that a little bit? And I don't know, you and I never talked before today about this, but are you prepared to share your screen? Is there something like a demo of some of the things you're doing that you could show, or if not, you can just talk about it. It's up to you.
Okay, yes, I just want to finish with it's super important that you understand, how do I get to this point? So
Sure.
like was saying, persistent rejection and getting uncomfortable. And this is what I tell to my team. If you don't get uncomfortable every single day, you're not growing. So for example, what is it that we're sharing to our kids? Like right now, my little one, she's only 12 years old, and she told me, listen, Mom, now I understand what you do for living. And I understand I want to do the same thing that you do. What is it that I have to do to create a business? So I told her, listen, if I tell you what to do, you're going to tell me that I told you to do it. So start thinking, what is it that you have to do? So now they're creating a nail salon, a nail business. And now they talk about, profit. They talk about creating an LLC. So that's something big. So I know we're going through a challenging times, but we have to be strong for our family, right? And I know we're gonna talk about virtual tours, but I wanna share that with you because it's super, super important for me to start sharing. So on 2019, I went to Mega Camp, and when I saw that, it just blew my mind. And I could take my business to a different level, and I see so many opportunities. But Gary says, success through others is amazing. So that's why we decided to hire more agents. And it's been crazy because we were getting prep for the 2020, and then Mrs. COVID-19 happened. And when I say Mrs. COVID, it's because I think a lady sent this virus, because now we see men doing everything, cooking, cleaning. I don't know if you have that experience, but for us, it's an amazing experience, right?
Yeah.
So, and also one of the things that Gary say, in order to be in this business, you have to be first. So the first day that COVID-19 happened, I got a meeting with my team, and I told them, this is an amazing opportunity for us because we have the calling system, we have the leads, so we need to start calling and we need to start being creative. So then is when the virtual journey happened. So we start creating our videos. I don't know, I'm pretty sure we're gonna share that with you within a little bit, but I wanna share my screen. Wait a second. But before I do that, the first thing that I share with my team is the mindset. It's super important. In order for us to do something, we start working in our mindset. What I tell my team is this, we have to be grateful for everything that we have. It doesn't matter how big, how little it is, but we have to be grateful. And then start working on your attitude. Start working on your self-serve and on yourself, mentally, physically, and then you can take care of your family. So we decided to go virtual, and this is what we come up with. So first, besides the list that we have, we were start farming other areas. So we decided to farm 250 addresses in the area that every agent is living in. So I know the emails is not working anymore. So we decided to do more phone calls and texts, okay? So, and then do a touch once a week. So that's what we do in the beginning of the COVID-19. Hold on a second. Okay, so we have a group of people doing caring call and equity call. What is helping us a lot is doing the equity call. Why? Because we tell our clients that this is an amazing opportunity to sell. Because you could sell that property, rent, or buy another house. So we usually do 3 interviews after that. The first interview is to introduce yourself and explain them. Set the value, set the expectation for them. What's gonna happen if you sell your property virtually? Right now, it's crazy because we're selling property without even knowing the seller. I'm closing 2 properties and we're buying, we help them and buy at the same time. So the second interview that we have is for them to give us a tour of the house and we could come up with a price. The third interview that we do is we tell them the price of the house and then they could sign the listing documents. So that's what we do in the listing presentation. So now we come out with the virtual tour. I know you're gonna see a barcode. So if you open your camera and scan the barcode, it's gonna take you to the video that we created. So right now what we're doing virtual is, I know everyone is trying to be creative, but what is working for us is first prepare in open house 2 weeks prior to the open house. So the first 2 weeks is for you to put up a sign and to send it to a photographer to do pictures and video of the house. 1 week prior to the open house, what we do is we use that picture and the video to create a Facebook event with the agent's contact information, right? So we need to make sure that the open house is in Instagram and Facebook. Right now, social media is a powerful tool. Everyone should leverage those tools, right? When Gary Keller created this company, they say we are an amazing family, we're a huge family, we need to work together. So the third thing that we have to do is we have to share the post in stories, Instagram, and Facebook. So if you could see, social media is what we do. But because we have a big team, they usually work with us. They share it, they comment. If you don't have a team, it's okay, because you could ask your family member, you could ask me to share your post, because that's what we're here for. That's why we are only one company, so we could work together. So we also share the post in Facebook groups of the area that you're gonna be working on. So if you're working in Jersey City, you're gonna share it in New Jersey open houses. So after we share, we do the videos, we share with all social media. That's 100% what we do. After we do this, we create a video for everything that we do, so we could know the process of everything. The day of the open house, we need to find out if we have sent the Zoom to everyone that make a request. That's super important, because at the same time, when we do the open house, we do it live and we do a Zoom meeting. If you have an assistant, you could do both at the same time. But if you don't have an assistant, you could do first the Zoom video and then the Facebook Live. With the Zoom video, you're gonna respond and all the questions that you may have. The first Zoom open house that we have 26 people, and there was a lot of interaction. They were asking a lot of questions about the house, and then you're here to answer all the questions. Of course, you're gonna have a lot of people that they join late into the Zoom, so you're gonna have to go back and do the tour again. So if you do the Facebook Live, it's the same thing. Don't worry about if you just get 1 or 2, 3 people on live, because you already know that after you're done with the video, that video is gonna stay on Facebook and many people is gonna share it. That's how we had an open house. We only have 3 people. And at the end of the day, we only have 250 views, and we have multiple offers. So don't worry about if you just get only 1 or 2 people on the video live, on Facebook Live. Questions so far?
I just want to answer actually a question. A lot of people are asking the same question about the PowerPoint. Can they get a copy of this PowerPoint?
Of course, of course.
Okay. So if you just send it to me, we'll get it out to you. So everybody
I'm
can rest
pretty
assured
sure-
they'll get the PowerPoint.
Yes, I'm pretty sure one of my assistants is on the line, so they could share a copy with you. So how do we handle choice? Now that you already interviewed the client and you already set the expectations, what we tell our sellers is that if we have a private showing, they have to leave the house within an hour. And what I tell them is that they need to make sure that they open all the doors and leave all the lights on, so there is not any issues. So if you're working a buyer, you need to make sure that you have everything ready, like sleep covers, gloves, and masks. You need to make sure that you keep your distance with your client, and also ask any questions as they may have, so you don't have to come back with to the property again. So this is gonna show the professional how you doing your job professionally. So now that these times are changing, I think my team or any team, they need to still be motivated. So how we keep them motivated, we created a challenge of winning $1,000 if they start cold calling for 60 days, right? And at the same time that they win $1,000, and this idea, I got it from Chris Harris too, because I think he did with his team the same challenge. So at the same time that you win $1,000, you're gonna win a habit, right? I think it's something amazing for you to win a habit and win $1,000 at the same time. So that's something creative that we're doing. Now, with the virtual open house sign, with that, we have so many views. I think we have around 3,800 views. This is, especially people from Bolt commented on this, and they want a copy to see how we did this video, because it was super interesting. So if you could just scan your cell phone, and it's gonna take you to a landing page. But I'm gonna tell you the step, how we create this virtual sign. So first, we uploaded all the open house in a YouTube channel, right? Second, we created a landing page using KW Command. As you know, KW Command is an amazing system. And we place all our listings and links in the video of the open house. Number 3, we created a QR code for this landing page. There is a lot of websites that you could do, that you could create a QR code for free. That's not a problem. So number 4, we get all the videos and the landing page, the QR code that we make, and we order the writer. And that's super simple. So whenever we created a process, we create a video, and once again, we show it in Facebook and Instagram, and we ask our friends, our team members to share it, because it's super important that they at least send a comment about everything that we're doing. Right now, in these times, we need their support. Any questions you have, all?
I don't have any questions. There's going to be a lot of questions. We can either ask them as we go or
Okay.
hold it to the end. Which one do you prefer?
Well, we could hold it to the end. Now, the other thing, what we created is a Karen Learning postcard. So this is super, super important. We get a lot of feedback, a very good feedback from this, because right now, people cannot travel, and they miss their friends and their family who live in out of state, out of town. And we decided to add more value to the care letter. With this care letter, we enclose a prepaid card to send a message to their loved one. So the first thing that we do is we make a list of the address that we're gonna target. Second, we wrote a letter explaining how they could use the postcard. Number 3, we created a design with the logo and our company information. And in that letter, there also is a QR code. Let me just show you a copy of the letter. So on the letter in the bottom, there's gonna be a QR code. So if they open their phones and scan the picture, it's gonna tell us all the information about our company. So number 4, we put a stamp, we print it out, the postcard, and we mail it to our clients. After that, we record a video so you could see how we do this, an amazing idea. And I think it's an amazing because once you start doing it, you get a lot of feedback from our clients. And remember, we're getting so many business buyers and sellers from social media. So social media is super powerful. But if you don't have an assistant, or if you cannot handle social media like myself, I decided to hire someone. So my marketing person, she is amazing doing that. So it's super important that you understand that social media is super powerful. Now, you need to understand that we own this together. You're not alone, especially with you, that you're an amazing leader on Michael brand. They need to understand that we are here and we could be a family. We're on this together. So if you could ask your family member to help you out with the social media, I mean, why not, right? Any questions, Al?
Nope. We're going to hold them to the end, I thought you said. So we'll hold them to the end.
Okay, very good. So, I mean, that's the end of my presentation. And
Okay.
I think what is helping us a lot is work on our mindset, because if you don't have the right mindset for this business, I think it's going to be a little bit hard to move forward. That's what I tell my team. This is an amazing opportunity for everyone. You just have to get on the phone and start calling your people.
Awesome. Great. Well, that was a great presentation. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it.
Not a problem, not a problem.
So Natalie, there are some questions in the chat. Can you, rather than just reading them off, just, say who it is and unmute them so they can have kind of a two-way conversation? Just maybe start from the top.
Diana, it looks like, I don't know if you had a comment or if you have a question, but I'll unmute you in case you wanted to ask.
Hi. No, you said, somebody said, are you doing anything virtual? And I am definitely not to this degree. So I bow to you. That was a fantastic presentation, and I've taken a lot of notes. Thank you for sharing.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Diana's never bowed to anyone before, so that's a big deal, Lynn.
I did my first live listing presentation, never entering the home. That was pretty cool. So
Thank you.
it was good. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. I appreciate it.
And then we have Crystal. Crystal, do you want to ask your question? Go ahead.
Hi, this is a great presentation. Thank you so much. I tried to do a listing presentation on Zoom. Somehow I cannot share the screen NJMLs. Is there anything I do not do proper?
Okay, so what we do is after we do the virtual open house, we post the MLS video, the video on the MLS. Okay, so it's not gonna, I believe it's not gonna let you put it before, but after you're done with the video, that's what we put it on the MLS. But it's super important that right now Zoom is a powerful tool, because once you request people, you get the information. So that's potential buyers. And also, when you have a property that you're gonna target or you're gonna put it for sale, you have to do your circle prospecting. Try to call at least 100 to 200 people around the area and tell them, listen, right now, this is an amazing time to sell because we do have low of inventory. As you know, most of the properties that we put on the market, they're going over the asking price. We're getting multiple offers, and this is crazy. Nobody think it's happening, but it is. All the properties that we will put on the market, there is multiple offers. So we really have to take advantage of this.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you, sweetie.
Then we have Deborah Warner, who also wanted to ask a question. Go ahead, Deborah.
So I had 2 virtual open houses, and I didn't get anybody to come. One of them I advertised on Facebook, and I had people sign up, but none of those. I had about 25 people sign up, and they didn't come. I called them, and they said that they didn't want to buy a house. So I don't know why they signed up. And then the second one, I emailed all the agents in the area, and they didn't come either. So I don't know what to do. And I'm in New York, so I can't cold call.
Yeah.
Call the people around.
The law.
I
Yeah.
can't do the local calling.
That's why, Deborah, we tell our agents that they have to prepare the open houses 2 weeks in advance. First, to promote the video, and the second week is to promote the Zoom meeting. If there is a property that you want to sell or you want to do an open house within 3 days from now, don't do it. I mean, don't waste any time. This is a preparation. You have to look good for your clients and for yourself, because if you don't get any people at the open house, guess what? The seller could get upset. But if you do the proper preparation, of course, you're gonna get a lot of.
Well, what exactly do they do?
So basically, what we do, we prepare our open houses 2 weeks in advance. Okay. So with the 2 weeks in advance, if you don't want to hire a photographer, you could use your phone, but you need to make sure that you use the proper audio for that. So the first week we're just gonna advertise just the video and the pictures. So it could be a coming soon, or it could be like a property that is gonna be on the market, or check out this property.
And
The following week,
is that on Facebook?
yes, Facebook and Instagram. Always Facebook and Instagram, but they also, not only Facebook and Instagram, there is stories. But that's why you need to ask help of your team members, your family. It's super important that they support you through this time. That's why I mentioned earlier, Gary Keller created this company so we could be a family, so we could take care of each other.
Lim, don't forget MySpace. I've been getting a lot of best leads from MySpace lately.
Yeah, really? Yeah, yeah, that's great. And what you're doing all is amazing. I have to tell you once again, because not every leader is doing what you're doing. Honestly, not every leader is doing what you're doing. And people in your team, in your market center, they should be super proud. And that's what I tell Michael. Thank you so much for the opportunity, because I was trying to hire another agent for another company, and she's like, listen, the leaders, they have to be there because we're independent contractors. And if we don't sell houses, they're not gonna get paid. So, I decided not to hire, because that's not the people that we want in our environment. That's the wrong mindset. We need to have an abundant mindset so we could help each other out to grow, right? You're calling me, I'm from a different office, you're calling me, and I'm gonna call you to help me out, because cooperation here is everything, is number one.
We'll be happy to return the favor, because it's already been really helpful and you haven't even answered all our questions yet. So it's just gonna get better and better.
Okay, next question.
Andy, do you want to go ahead and ask your question?
Okay, was that me, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're on, Dee.
I last time I checked, I do want to know how, because I did go on Zoom and I tried to figure out how to register people, and it says that you need a license in order to do it in webinar format. I'm wondering what format you use to register people on Zoom when they're coming to your open house, so you capture their information. Of course, the whole neighborhood exploded when I decided to talk.
Are you at your listing now? They may not be coming because they're afraid of that dog. That could be
My house, my dog.
To be honest with you, we don't have to go that professional. We create a Zoom account. We just pay $15 just for a regular account. It's a regular Zoom account. You don't have to go like very expensive.
So what?
We're not gonna have more
Is there? I'm sorry, Cassie, man. What tool on the Zoom do you register or do you even register them, or do they just show up on Zoom?
You just created a Zoom account, a regular Zoom account. It's only $15, and you just invite them with the link that you're gonna do the open house. So you just have to create a link for your open house. If you need any help.
I'm sorry, does it capture their information? Do you get like a phone number or
Yes.
an email
So
address?
what we usually do 1 week prior, they usually get requests to see the virtual open house. And the good thing about that, they're gonna send you the email, the buyer's information, and the phone numbers. Most of the invites that we get in the Zoom call, they do have agents, but it's okay. We just get a few buyers. But I mean, it's super important that after the Zoom meeting, you follow up with your buyers. but you just send them the link, they click on, and you just show them the property.
Great. Thank you so much. This is
Not a problem.
yeah.
It sounds like the technology is a little bit new, or the way we do it is a little bit new, but most of the basics still apply. I think, maybe a large part of your success, just to take a guess, is all the preparation, the fact that you're doing it 2 weeks before. I think one thing we have to take away is we can't throw this up, the day before the open house or 2 days before and expect that we're going to have a lot of people come. And then the second part is all the follow-up that you do afterwards. You also can't expect to, sell the house if you get a bunch of leads and you're not calling them right away after the virtual open house. So this is great. This is really helpful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Everything takes a preparation. If you don't prepare well, nothing is gonna come out good. So, and also with seller, it's a big hit because once you call a seller in the neighborhood, you do circle prospecting. People, when we call them, they're shocked. They say, listen, are they still selling properties? Are you still getting people on the open house? Are you doing virtual showings? So once you tell them that we have low inventory, they're more interested on selling their property. Not now, but maybe in the future. We have so many people that they say, listen, I'm gonna sell, since that you're putting that property in the market, I wanna sell within 2 to 3 months from now. I just wanna, wait until this virus, all thing happens, and we're ready to sell. And it's amazing, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Natalie, who's next?
Lisa, would you like to ask your question?
Hi, yeah, great presentation. You covered most of the questions I had, but I wanted to ask, do you share the Zoom link on Facebook or Instagram when you say you share the Zoom link a week before?
Yes, everything is shared on Facebook and Instagram. Everything. And make sure that the week prior the open house is also shared on your stories, Facebook and Instagram also. And also in Facebook groups. That's a big. But what is helping us a lot also is in Marketplace. Whenever we post something in Marketplace, we get from 8 to 10 buyers. So Marketplace in Facebook is big. Believe it or not, it's big. You're getting leads for free.
Really? Wait, so you post the open house in the Marketplace? Wow, I thought it was just for products. I didn't think it was for
Yes.
events.
Everything, we post everything in Facebook and Instagram, but it is not only regular Facebook, you have to post it in the stories.
Yeah.
And also in the groups, there is so many groups. My marketing manager, when she creates something, and if you see one of my posts, she shares 40 times because she wants everyone to see my post. Especially if I have an open house and we need to get buyers and sellers, she's gonna share everywhere. That's why we get so many business, because social media is huge, guys. It's amazing.
And I can attest to that because what's your assistant's name?
Mila.
So Mila was emailing us 3 days before this saying, hey, you're late. When are you going to get that promo piece so we can start promoting it? And we're we usually do it the morning of, but they're used to preparation. They wanted it out a few days before so they could promote it. So I've seen it firsthand. They definitely, they do what they say they do.
I'm sorry, can I add something? It's me, Mila.
Hi, Mila.
Yeah, I just wanted to add regarding the Marketplace. You put in Marketplace, you just put pictures of this property or this home that you're gonna sell, and in the description you can add the link to the virtual open house.
Yes.
You put the link to this virtual open house. So the main point, social media is huge. It's really huge right now. Everyone staying home online, everybody go online. So that's why you just share as much as you can. Facebook groups, Marketplace, Facebook events is really important as well. And you have family, you have friends, we have 100 people here. Please stay connected, please. It's really important. We are all together and all the agents together. You understand how important is it?
Yes. Say yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Mila. It's good to finally talk to the boss of this operation. Appreciate it.
Mary Margaret, do you want to go ahead and ask your question?
Yeah, hi, thanks for sharing. We really appreciate this. I was wondering, do you think Zoom or Facebook is best for live open houses? I'm like a Facebook person. I don't really know Zoom, but I'm gonna try to learn it. But which one do you prefer, Zoom or Facebook for live open houses?
Facebook Live. I know sometimes we feel uncomfortable doing a video, but you get more people from Facebook Live. But Zoom, we use that tool just for the people that they want prior showings, because once we are in the house and we do a virtual open house, we go on details. Like, I want to see the bathrooms, I want to see the furnace, I want to see, you know, the electric panel. So we go on details when we do Zoom, because there's people interested. And what is good for agents right now is that they don't have to show so many properties. Because right now, you know that if your buyer is interested in this property, you already know that he's gonna put an offer. So you don't waste your time, and the buyer doesn't waste their time. So we go specifically. We go super slow, show the bedrooms, the floors, the bathrooms, if the property is being updated. It's super important when we do Zoom, you talk about the facts, that's the structure of the house. Because for me, I'm a contractor too. I used to flip a lot of houses. For me, anything else is cosmetic. Anything else, you know, you could fix it. You could spend $300, $400, $1,000 and fix it. But something major that you're gonna look at is like the siding, the roof, any structural issues. Like the furnace is something that you have to spend. You're gonna have to, if something is wrong with the furnace, it's from $7,000 to $10,000 that you have to spend on a new furnace. So just make sure whenever you do your Zoom virtual open house, you go on details on the major things. So yes.
Great, thank you.
Susan Lichtenstein, you can ask your question.
Thank you very much, Lim. This was great. I have two questions. One is, I took a video of a listing, but with my phone, and I had to do it in 3 parts. And the reason was because there were people, I didn't want their voices to be heard. So is there a way to put the 3 parts together?
Okay, so to understand your question, you did a Facebook Live or just a regular video?
A regular video. It will be, I want to use it for the open house, but I want to know, can I put the 3 videos, you know, first floor, second floor? You can.
100%. And I'm pretty sure that's why I have a marketing manager, because, you know, I'm not computer savvy. That's why it's super important that you leverage. And you could inbox me, you could send me a text. She will be more than happy to help you out to connect those 3 videos. And don't worry, we're not gonna charge you anything.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Not a problem.
And the second question is, what do you think the best, what's the average length that a video for an open house should be?
The length is an hour.
So the video should be an hour?
An hour. For the virtual, for the Zoom, because you're advertising as an hour open house. So there's gonna be interaction with the buyer, with the agents that they're in the Zoom. So if you promise an hour, you have to do a Zoom for an hour.
Okay.
And believe me, if you promote it the proper way, you're gonna have a lot of people in the Zoom and also in Facebook Live. So there's gonna be a lot of people that say, listen, can you go back to the kitchen? Can you go back to the bedroom? And that's what you're there for, right? But you need to make sure that after you do your Zoom, you also create a video for yourself so you could share it in your social media.
Right.
So you don't have to go back to the property and do another video. So that video is gonna help you. So you can put it on the MLS, you can put it in social media, you can put it on, if you have people, buyers or buyers agents that they wanna see, you send them the video right away before they see the house. Because if there's something that they don't like, you know, they don't have to waste your time and your client's time.
And when you post that video, how long should that video be?
I would say 3 to 5 minutes, right, Mila?
3 to 5 minutes?
Wrong.
3 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
something
you
short.
can put it on YouTube. On YouTube, the video gonna last like 1 hour and it's okay. And like, it's up to them. You can just share the link to this video.
But with Facebook and Instagram, you don't want to be too long because people get bored.
Right.
Facebook and Instagram, you have to be super short and right to the point.
Got it. Great. Thank you very, very much.
Not a problem.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, Joe Costello, go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, hi. That was really helpful. I love video, and now I learned a lot of ways to actually get the most mileage out of it. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Not a problem. Thank you.
I had somewhat of a technical question. When you do your virtual open houses, are you doing them with a camera device, or are you doing them with a mobile phone? And if you have one to show us, that would be awesome. But I also wonder, on a small technical item, so many of the experts suggest that you shoot with vertical format on a cell phone, which I'm personally opposed to. I don't believe you can see a house. We shoot landscape. I'm wondering what you do and what you found most effective.
Okay, so what we use is a smartphone. If you have a smartphone, that's all what you need, okay? Now, instead of going vertical, what do you think, Mila? Going vertical is better?
I mean, you can see more, but actually doesn't matter. What I noticed, it doesn't matter. People like, it depends. It depends how you host this open house. What are you talking about? Like, how you showing this, and people still involved and people are interested. It's not about quality. You don't need to be super professional in a video. Like, it's more about you. You need to be, you need to understand what you're talking about. And like the quality of the video, sometimes it doesn't matter because people understand where we are now, and you're not supposed to be the professional in a finished photo and video. No.
Okay.
So it really doesn't matter.
You said you're using the Matterport app on your cell phone for your open houses?
Yes, 100%. 100%. That's what we use.
Thank you.
That's what we use. Not a problem.
Awesome. And Jackson, you can ask your question.
All right, thank you very much, Lim. That was awesome. I appreciate all that you shared with us today. I actually did a virtual open house like that. I promoted it for like about a week or so. I got a good amount of people on Zoom. Now I didn't get a lot of people on Facebook. Do you ever pay advertisement on Facebook at all, or that's something that you don't do?
No, we usually don't pay for Facebook Live. We do everything for free.
Okay, great.
That's true. That's why you have friends, and that's why you have family members.
That they share your video.
Help you. Other agents help us. Really, Keller Williams. We have a lot of Keller Williams. It's like family. We want everybody to success. That's how we. If you share someone's post, tomorrow he'll share your posts. That's how it works. It's collaboration. So, and the main thing when you pay Instagram or Facebook, how to say, it's not so precise. It's not so local. Because if, for example, I share in, I have an open house in Bergen County, and I share this in Bergen County Facebook group, it's local. This is really local. You control it. No Facebook, no Instagram. They don't care about these areas. They don't know these people. They try to, it's a system. It's not a person who doing this. So when you share this locally, it works. It will attract more people who are really interested in these areas.
100%.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And Lynn, you can go ahead and ask your question. Trying to unmute. You want to unmute yourself? I don't know why it's not working.
Lim, the talk today is fantastic. It's right where I need to be right now. My question to you is, right now I'm on my own. I lost my admin about 6 months ago, but she wasn't really knowledgeable in social media. Now I feel like it's more of a social media person. I need like Mila. I've been wondering whether I should set up an internship or how to find someone like you, Mila. But I would like to do on an as needed sort of part-time basis to see how it goes, to see if the person has enough knowledge. Where do you suggest I go to find someone like you, Mila? Or Lim?
The phone is blowing up right now with job offers from everybody on this Zoom. You cannot poach Mila from Lim, okay?
I don't know, but where do I go?
I can say like,
What's your background?
again, Facebook and Instagram. You can ask Facebook and Instagram,
Yes.
and you will find person who gonna recommend you these people. Because now everybody trying to be like to work remotely, and someone like, you know, that when after this lockdown, everything like crazy, and people struggling, people want to work, and you will definitely find people on Facebook for sure, because people recommend people, and it's communication. Communication is the key.
100%. If you post an ad right now, looking for a person in marketing, you're gonna get 100 people. Like Mila say, there is a lot of people out there that they're looking to work.
Okay.
They're looking to work, and there is a lot of young people that they want a chance in marketing. You will see how much talent is out there.
Okay.
Just do it now, create a post, and start looking for people. Start interviewing. If you need any help, we're here to help you. We will help you. I mean, maybe, you know, Mila could help you with the interview. And this is super important too. So if you want to work in social media, we have to think with an abundant mindset. We are a huge family here. We are one company. Remember, we are on this together. So if we help each other out, you cannot imagine how much success we could have.
Thank you.
And that's a great point. Another thing to think about is, you know, unlike Bergen County Partners and for the most part, Keller Williams as a whole, we have not let one person go, but every other real estate company has cut their staff drastically. So there are a lot of experienced people out there out of work right now. And then there's also these smaller companies that are starting to go out of business. I mean, we don't want them to go out of business, but as these companies start going out of business, these mom and pops, there's going to be a lot of experienced people out there that are looking for a job. So definitely post on Facebook. A lot of those people are probably, you know, out there looking right now.
100%. 100%.
Thank you.
And Mark, it looks like you have the last question.
Yes. My question is that, are you guys going for the open houses? Do you go in live, or you do pre-recording and go off the pre-recorded ways?
We do live. We do live because we get more people when we go live.
Okay. Thank you.
Not a problem.
That was an easy one. I thought I saw some more questions there. I think Anat had a question. Are you on still, Anat?
He wasn't on when I.
Okay. That's why you didn't ask. So you're way ahead of me. Anyone else have a question? It doesn't have to be about virtual showings or virtual tours. Lim is an expert, as I'm learning today, on practically everything: building teams, virtual showing, hiring great assistants. What's that?
Auctions, passive income, short sales.
Joe had another question.
Unmute you, Joe.
Jersey Joe?
Oh, it was a quick one. I thought somebody was just going to read it. I was wondering if you had ever received any offers without anybody physically going to the house, just from your online video.
No, they usually set up a private showings. After they check out the virtual tour, they usually set up a private choice, because then they're gonna have to put a contingency in the contract, and we don't want that. So we need to make sure that if they really put in an offer, we need to make sure that they're serious about that.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
One thing I also wanted to mention, a lot of you are thanking Lim and Mila for you know, this presentation and everything. You know, wanted to make it clear, she actually just put her logo on the presentation I had created. I actually taught her all this stuff a few weeks ago, so it really all came from me, right, Lim? Yeah.
Everything came from you.
Exactly. I think Lynn had another question about passive income.
Lynn, you can go ahead and unmute. I don't know why it won't work for me to unmute you.
Hi, I was wondering, what other passive incomes do you work with? Are you working on?
So right now, I hold a lot of houses, a lot of properties, because we as a real estate agents, we do have the first opportunities, right? As long as we disclose everything, we're in good shape. So because we work on foreclosure, we do probate, we do a lot of type of deals that is honestly, there is so many opportunities. But the only thing is that a lot of people, they may feel fear to take action or to invest in something. We already know this might be a beginning of the recession. There's going to be a lot of properties that are going to go on foreclosures, or we're going to have a lot of probates. So see the opportunity, take action, don't be scared. When I started this business, I was doing a lot of private lender because I just started my buying property with $150,000, right? But since that there were so many houses that I want to buy, I started using private lenders. But it's okay. It's okay to pay some points. It's okay to invest some money. But the good thing is that I was buying the property at a good price, and the numbers make sense to me. That's why I was trying to create my passive income. It's super duper important that we as an agent, we start building our legacy. Why not? We're in the perfect business here, and we all should take advantage of this. So yes.
Thank you.
Say yes, Al. Al, say yes. I haven't hear you say yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying yes to, but yes, I agree. Did that answer your question, Lynn?
Yes.
You did? Okay. Awesome. Any other questions?
Yeah, Lim, this is Jay Shapiro. I just want to make a comment. First of all, I want to thank you for this. This was great. Love what you had to say. And I know that the whole issue about mindset, perfection in terms of these videos is like, it's up here. But I just wanted to add to this that one of the first virtual open houses that I saw was done by two agents in our KW Town Life office. And it was so amateurish. The agent couldn't figure out how to turn the camera around to see the house. I will tell you, it was one of the most charming, authentic, inspirational videos. The humor with which it was delivered, the authenticity, the vulnerability. I was thinking to myself, if I were a customer, I really wouldn't care what she was selling. I would buy from that woman because of the way that she delivered it. So I absolutely loved what you said about, forget about the professionalism. I think people really relate to that. That here's somebody who really, she's just who she is. And so I really appreciated you saying that. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's super important. This is what I tell to my team. You have to be you. If you're trying to fake to be somebody else, you're not going to make it happen in this business. That's why, a lot of people say that, I'm crazy, but I'm the way that I am, and I do have a vision and a mission in this world, and I'm going to make it happen. What is my mission is to help as much as people as I can. And I'm doing it. And I'm super, super excited to do that. One of the other things that Gary say is that, think big, aim high, and above. I had a conversation with Josh team, and I told him, listen, one day I'm going to be famous. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen. He just laughed. And I was being persistent because I usually send him a text once a week. And he finally responded. He's like, Lim, I love your energy. Thank you. Thank you, because he had an interview last week. So persistent in this business is a key. I come from a background that I couldn't speak English. I didn't finish college, but it's okay. I'm making it happen. If I could do it, anybody could do it, honestly, guys. So, just get out there, make the right decision right now. That's what we're here for, to help each other out. I know I'm mentioning this so many times, but it's super important that you know that we are here to help you. We are an amazing company with an amazing values. God is first because God is guiding us through all this, right? We need to have faith that everything is gonna be over soon, but God is guiding us, family and business. That's why I decided to join Keller Williams, because of the values. And we have an amazing leader. You have an amazing leader. Take advantage of that. You know, Al could be doing something else, but he preferred to be with you guys, giving you all the information. Same thing with Michael Brand. He is doing amazing, but don't take this for granted. You know, people are here for us, but we have to take action. People is giving us the information, but if you don't take action, you're not winning the day. Say yes. Say yes, Al.
Yes, absolutely, Lim. So we're going to be wrapping it up. One thing, I'm sure a lot of our agents would love to work with you. You know, all of our offices are based in Bergen County, but I think you serve some other areas. So if you want to talk a little bit about if somebody has a referral, you know, maybe we could send some your way. What's the areas that you focus on mainly outside of Bergen County? And is there, you know, a type of home or type of property that you specialize in, or do you do everything? Maybe just talk a little bit about your business, so hopefully we can generate some referrals for you from this.
Okay, I appreciate it, Al. So my main area is Union County, but as I mentioned to you before, we do have a Ladybird County. So my main thing is foreclosures. So we run, I think right now we have around 60 listings, but most of them are foreclosures. But of course, we work with buyers, we work with sellers, single family, multifamily. We don't do any commercials because we're not up to that level yet. We don't know anything about commercials. But yeah, Union County is my main area, and any referrals I really appreciate it.
All right, awesome. Anybody have any last questions? If not, Lim, any last parting comments for our group?
No, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I hope I can, you know, we will work together in some deals.
Absolutely.
And
no,
person one day.
Thanking you. This was really great. It was super helpful. Everybody's been asking for this, and I think you really killed it. You did a great job. And
thank you.
People think of questions after this. Lynn's super responsive. You know, shoot her a text or an email. I'm sure she'll be happy to answer your questions after this. So, and we'll get that presentation out to all of you for sure. So,
yes, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to share with you the slideshow. Thank you so much, Al.
Thank you, Lim. Thank you, Mila. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.